personally have never experienced, thankfully.
Never, even
Never.
before your marriage.
No.
Okay.
I mean, this confusion that you are in love with multiple people and you still have to decide.
Gujarati khana.
Gujarati khana. Gujarati khana, yeah, I guess she likes.
Yeah.
She's foodie.
Okay.
So she eats very less, is what I've observed, but she's foodie. Kunal, so if you are listening to this, please answer this question. When are we making the sequel? I didn't audition for Gandhi. My casting was done for Gandhi.
Okay.
That's how the whole process of Gandhi, the series, and all started. Bhamini has given around 4 to 5 auditions for it.
And you knew that she was auditioning for it?
For one, I just knew one audition that she gave. Saw her for the first time. I was performing on stage and she was there in the audience. And then I came to know that she is also an actor. It's a feel good time. Yeah? It's good fun.
Yeah, like a honeymoon period
Almost.
Lovely. Have you ever called Paps when you go to the airport?
No. Why? No. Why to do that? Yeah?
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Pratik Gandhi. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine, how are you?
Good.
Good. Pratik, I think you have had a very, very interesting year. You started off with Do Aur Do Pyaar, and then there was Madgaon Express, and such different films, but both won you so much of love and appreciation. How would you define this year so far?
Yeah, it's again one of the defining years of my career, because it is for the first time that 2 films got theatrical release. That too in a span of just a month, almost 30 days.
Yeah.
So first Madgaon came in theaters, and then exactly after around 30 days, Do Aur Do Pyaar released. The best part for me as an actor is that both these films were of different genres, and I get to create characters of absolutely different world. Comedy and physical comedy that I did in Madgaon Express is something that I have explored for the first time for screen. I had done these kind of characters and these kind of things on stage. But for the screen, it was my first ever adventure. And I'm very happy that it is well received. It is, and of course, it is very well made film. I mean, kudos to Kunal who wrote and directed it. But happy place for an actor, yeah.
Yeah, but you were so good, Pratik, in Madgaon. I think we got to see 2 very different sides of you in the film. One is that the Seedha Sadha, mama's boy kind of a boy. And the other, that the alter ego that we really see. Is it on which end of the spectrum does Pratik Gandhi, the person, lie? I want to know.
That's an interesting question. I never thought like that. But I guess I am a bit of both.
Bit of both?
Yeah, a bit of both. So it's just that the character in the film touches the peak of both sides.
Bilkul.
I think I am in between somewhere.
Yeah, they're like the polar opposites. But you've also done a play this year, which is Mohan, Masala, if that's the name.
Yeah, I've done shows this year also, but I've been performing this play from 2015.
Wow, imagine, almost 9 years, it's about to be a decade now.
Yeah.
But you're also doing Gandhi, which is very interesting. Do you think you sort of picked up something from this character in Mohan's Masala for the project that you're doing for
Absolutely.
Mr. Hansal,
In fact, unknowingly, I had been prepping for this big series from last 9 years.
Wow.
And when I started doing this monologue for stage, I had no idea that in future I'll be performing this character for screen. But I am touched on so many, fronts from Mohandas Gandhi's character. There are so many things, there are so many aspects of his life, characteristics and all that I guess I connect a lot with.
Yeah. So do you think Hansal Mehta sort of saw you on stage because of which he cast you in Gandhi?
No, I guess in fact he saw me on stage and that's the reason I got scammed.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he told me. So he's seen a couple of my Gujarati films and one of my plays, and that's how I guess it worked for me to get scammed. And for Gandhi, when Samir Nair actually who heads Applause, when he approached me to play this character for series, he showed me my photograph of this play only.
Oh,
He said, this is what we want to create for screen. And that's how we
That's
started
so
discussing
nice.
this. Yeah.
To be able to play such an important character like Mr. Mahatma Gandhi, both on stage through a monologue and then on screen, it's so beautiful. I think it doesn't happen too often for an actor.
I know. I mean, one has to be extremely lucky to get a character like this.
Bilkul. Absolutely. Going back to Do Aur Do Pyaar, I loved the film, genuinely, not because I'm sitting here with you. I love the film. I think the way it really, projects modern day relationships. Do you think, now when you look back, it sort of also changed your perspective towards relationships in certain ways, made you maybe perhaps a little less judgmental?
Certainly. And I would agree to this because when I was approached for the film, as an actor, I was really happy that I'll be able to create this layered character. The guy who's eternally confused. Who does he love the most?
Yeah.
उसे किसके साथ रहना है? इनफैक्ट देयर इज अ ब्यूटीफुल लाइन इन द फिल्म आल्सो कि मैं जब उसकी बहन उसे बोलती है कि यार बता दो उसे दैट यू डोंट लव हर एनीमोर, ये तो पता तो किसे कहूँ.
बिल्कुल.
सो मतलब दैट स्टेट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन इज समथिंग दैट I personally have never experienced, thankfully.
Never, even before your marriage.
No.
Okay.
I mean, this confusion that you are in love with multiple people and you still have to decide. So thankfully, I was never in that. Yeah, luckily. But when I read the script, as an actor, I was excited. But as a person, I was still, I think, who does this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a straightforward thing. If you are falling out of love, just tell the person and get away with it. But it's not that straightforward.
It isn't also
that simple. It is not that. I know it's not that simple. It is very, very complex. In fact, love is the most complex and the most straightforward and the most easy and the most difficult expression or emotion ever.
True.
I mean, you can't define love ever in anything, in any way. So after doing the film, in fact, while filming also, while creating that character of Ani, I realized that this is the most common thing that happens these days to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And in fact, I met so many people, they said this depicts my life.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure that they must be going through the most difficult time of their lives if they are going through something like this. But yes, it helped me be less judgmental about these things for relationships.
Sure. That pre-interval vlog that happens in Do Aur Do Pyaar, where before that, of course, you and Vidya, you go to this local pub where you're having the time of your life, the two of you. And then just before the interval, you enter your house and, some elderly person comes and switches on the light and they find the two of you. I mean, it was such a fun scene, but it also, I think the chemistry that you had with Vidya, oh my God, all of us were raving about it. What was the secret to that? The friendship that you both share?
Yes, in fact, a lot of credit goes to Vidya because she has this charm, she has this, energy and a magic to make the other person, the co-actor, absolutely comfortable.
Yeah.
And in fact, forget about the co-actor, the whole set. So she has this energy, very positive vibe and all. And it was my first ever work with her. She is a super duper star.
Absolutely.
And I have seen a lot of her work, even way before I got into screens. When I was doing only theatre and I was just dreaming about films that one day I'll also get to work in the film. I never imagined myself working with her. And imagine a film like this that comes my way and then we are working together. So I believe that it is, senior actors, senior in the sense because she started her journey way before I started.
Right.
So that way she is very senior then. So it is senior actors' generosity and their job also to make the other person comfortable, and Vidya does it beautifully. So that comfort that I got from her, and of course the director's vision and everything came together. And we became very good friends off screen also. So that translates well for the camera.
Absolutely. I have also heard that both of you really bonded over food. Is it true? Gujarati khana.
Gujarati khana, yeah, I guess she likes. Yeah, she's foodie.
Okay.
So she eats very less is what I have observed. But she's foodie.
Okay. Great. And coming to Madgaon Express, the world wants to know now, is there a sequel that's going to happen to the film?
Oh, I'm dying to know this.
I think you should ask Kunal.
I know. Kunal, so if you are listening to this, please answer this question. When are we making the sequel?
There should be one. It was so much fun. Also, I think Kunal's cameo was really fun.
Oh my god.
Who could have imagined a character like that?
But only Kunal can write or perform like this.
Bilkul. I agree with you. I think the film also gave you the opportunity to form this very deep bond with both Divyendu and Avinash. I saw a picture recently that you guys
we just met at Delhi when we both were, I mean, all were promoting our films. So me, Divyendu and I, we were there to promote Agni. And Avinash was promoting his film.
Yeah, Sikandar Ka
Mukaddar.
Right.
And we didn't know that we all are going to be there at the same hotel.
Imagine. I think it was really nice to see the chemistry also between the three of you, among the three of you. That was fun.
It was too much fun.
Yeah.
It was too much fun. It's like I literally felt, not just because we are sitting and talking about this, I'm seeing it, but I literally felt that I have met my long lost school friends.
Oh,
and we are actually having this trip.
That's so lovely. I can only imagine what happened on set.
Yeah, and the best part is that all the actors in that film, they were all so secured in their skills.
Yeah.
They were all secured about and confident about their own craft. So it is, no one was trying to be one up or trying to, do something extra or take away the scene or something.
Sure.
It is like we were all there to add value to the script and just have fun and create something memorable for the audience.
Absolutely.
So I guess that one common thought worked for the film.
And that's so important, right? To be, secure in each other's spaces and yet come together and contribute, to the script.
I guess that's the basic and that's how it should be.
But it always doesn't happen. So have you been on a set where you have found your co-actors trying to one-up each other?
Fortunately not yet. I mean, and I don't I have never seen something like this. But yeah, it happens a lot of times. I've heard from a lot of friends also that you tend to do something little more to underline something, and probably it's not needed. Yeah. Because that doing little more might kill the scene.
Absolutely. Hota hai. Coming to Agni, which is your next release, I'm going to watch it tomorrow here. But you're reuniting with Divyendu. So this happened before Madgaon Express?
Yes, in fact, Madgaon Express, we signed Madgaon Express first. And before we started shooting for that, Agni happened.
Oh,
so we shot Agni first.
Yeah.
And Madgaon got released first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, does the equation change, Pratik, when you're working with a co-actor, somebody who have also worked with earlier, depending on the mood of the film? Does it change?
No, in fact, what happened is like for Divyendu and myself, we met for the first time on the sets of Agni.
Right.
And we knew that we are going to do Madgaon after this. But this was our first meeting. And I don't know, there's something about it.
It
just clicked.
Yeah,
we just got along, it clicked.
Yeah.
And right from the first day that we met, we actually became very comfortable with each other. Where, you hardly find these kind of co-actors and artists who are ready to feed into your energy. And you are also, so like when you start feeding into each other's energy and take cues, unsaid cues, which are not written, which are not directed that way. Yeah. It's just that you are there and you start performing. So we gelled really well. And when we met, we started shooting for Madgaon. I guess the engine was completely ready, overhauled. So right from word go, we were there.
That's
lovely.
It's
just natural, there are some natural bonds.
It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, with some people it just falls into place. Interestingly, you're working with Rahul Dholakia. It's the first time that you're working with him.
this is Agni is my first film with him.
What was your takeaway from him? He's made Parzania.
I know, and I was in awe of that film.
Yeah.
So when Rahul Dholakia narrated this script to me, the first thing that came in my mind is that all this while I was so ignorant about firefighters' world. Why I never thought about this world so closely in this way. So that actually got my attention the most. The second part is the film is written in such a way that it's a trite thriller.
Yeah.
We are no way just talking about firefighter and they are वो देश के जवान हैं और सिर्फ वो बात नहीं है. There is no, we are not preaching anything, we are not teaching anything, but it is woven in a tight thriller. And the way characters are layered, the character arc works. So I guess I was really thrilled that some subject like this is coming from a director like Rahul Dholakia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm really lucky.
You've watched Parzania?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think beautiful is the right word, but it is of course very heart-wrenching.
It comes from his heart.
Yeah.
It is a very, it's a personal story and a personal film.
Right. Very true. We have to talk about Gandhi also, Pratik. I don't know how much you can talk about it. You've finished shooting?
Yeah, we finished shooting first season.
Yeah. Okay, first season. But you're working with your wife.
Yes. Yeah. For the first time.
But you've done theatre together.
Theatre together. Yeah. The screen.
A Hindi, project that I'm talking about. How does the equation change when you're working with her? Does it change in any way?
No, because I think the only plus point is that we have explored all different power equations with each other on stage.
Yeah.
We have almost detected each other. We have worked with each other. So that way we are our best critiques also for each other. We're best friends. We can actually guide, and we never felt that difficulty, by guiding each other or taking cues from each other or just telling each other that ये गलत हो रहा है, शायद इसको अलग तरह से try करो. So we have that comfort, and I guess that works the best.
Right. So I want to know, how did Hansal sir think of casting the two of you? Is it because of the equation that you already share? Because in the show also you're playing husband-wife, or was it like individually he thought you both would fit the part?
No, this happened individually.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't audition for Gandhi. My casting was done for Gandhi.
Okay.
That's how the whole process of Gandhi, the series and all started. I guess I was the first one to be on board after Mr. Guha, jinki books ke rights liye hain, and then I got on board, and then things started. Bhamini has given around 4 to 5 auditions for it.
And you knew that she was auditioning for it?
For one, I just knew one audition that she gave, but then I was shooting for another film, Phule, with Anand Mahadevan. Yeah. So I was not even in Mumbai. And then she gave around 4 to 5 auditions.
Wow, and then she got the part.
Yeah, and then she got the part, and I just got a call that, okay, she's doing it.
Arey wah, see, Sone pe Suhagna.
I know.
You met her at a theatre festival, I remember.
2005, I guess, Prithvi Festival.
It's been that long, see. Also, it's been 20 years, I think, almost.
Almost.
Yeah. What a beautiful, enriching, I think, association you have both even had on screen.
Oh yeah,
on stage as well.
On stage, so when I saw her for the first time, I was performing on stage and she was there in the audience. And then I came to know that she is also an actor, and then we worked in a couple of small projects together. Then we did a couple of plays together, which happened, I guess, after our marriage. Then we started working together on stage also. But yeah, it's been 16 years of marriage and 20 years here.
Of knowing each other. Would it be safe to say that maybe because of Gandhi you actually got to spend a lot of time together? Because I'm sure your schedules are all over the place.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. In fact, this is for the first time that during the whole shoot schedule we could spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, during the shoot schedule I'm completely out. Even if we are shooting in Mumbai, you leave early, come back late, and then by the time you are home you're completely drained, so you just want to sleep for those 5 hours and then leave again. So we hardly could spend time. But when you work together, especially on outdoor shoots, it's a feel good time. It's good fun.
Yeah, like a honeymoon period all over again.
Almost.
Lovely. Okay, Pratik, like I was telling you before we rolled, I remember the last time I met you was, just bumped into you outside Regal Cinemas. You had come to watch All We Imagine Is Light. And, what I really found fresh was you were standing in the queue. And I remember a few people did come up to you and tell you that, you can really go through the line. You are a celebrity, you can be out there. But you said, no, everybody's here, I also want to be here. How difficult or easy it is to be so unassuming despite the popularity, the stardom that you have seen?
Again, if one wants to make it difficult, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's okay. You can actually be the way you want to be. And I personally feel, because that helps me create more colorful characters, that if I be less colorful as a person, in the sense, less colorful, then I don't mean that boring. but just normal.
Yeah.
So that I can create different characters, because I don't want to, move around with the burden of the characters that I create constantly on me. Otherwise, it's very difficult to create another fresh character.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to be that normal. And when we met, I guess that's a film festival.
Yeah.
So to have that festive feel, like everybody was excited to get inside the theater and get the best seat possible. So I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, no, it is fresh, like I was telling you, because there was a separate entrance that was there for, people from the industry. But, what happens is, like what you say, I completely get it. But, when you have spent a few years as an actor, there are these people around you giving you free advice all the time that, people might have told you, Pratik, why don't you have maybe more entourage, with you when you're walking around. Have you heard all of that?
I have heard all of that, in fact, but I don't, I can't understand that world,
Got it.
Because if I want to go somewhere, I should have that freedom to go somewhere, just like I used to do earlier also.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how it is. Yeah. If you want, you can get all the attention of the people. If I walk that way, it's just that little shift in the walk.
Yeah, very true. It's the shift in the walk.
It's just a shift in the walk. Even if I go to the airport tomorrow, if I walk differently, the whole world, I'm almost shouting with my body that, look, I'm here. And look at me.
Very true.
And if I want, I can just sneak. I can just walk like a normal person. So it's a choice you make, yeah.
Absolutely. Have you ever called Paps when you go to the airport?
No. Why? No. Why to do that, yeah?
These days...
But you get papped sometimes when I guess they must be waiting for somebody else and you just walk in. Yeah, because you are going there to catch your flight. Then they spot you. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I've never called here.
But, you're just considering this perspective that you're, showing us about yourself, you will be very surprised if I tell you something that, these days a lot of actors say that for them to land a part, casting directors tell them ki apna social media following badha lo. Only then. Have you heard all of these things?
Yeah, I have heard in a couple of interviews like this also that people ask that, in fact, a lot of people are thinking about casting actors who are having more followers on social media. I don't know how that translates into the talent, or how it translates into anything else for that matter. In fact, as simple as if you have 1 million followers, will you be able to promise at least 50,000 tickets?
Yeah.
No. There are no
guarantee.
There are no guarantee. There is nothing that can prove this. Having said that, your social media and all is your personal choice. If you want to put a character there and just live that life for the longest time, if you enjoy this, do it. But I don't want to force myself for something that doesn't excite me enough.
Yeah.
I use my social media as a platform to talk to the audience. When the film is releasing, if I want to reach out to maximum amount of people, those who are following me there, I just announce things that, okay, this is coming out. If you are enjoying this, if you would wish to, you just watch it.
Sure.
So it's just a medium of communication. That's how I use it. And also, to a large extent, it is also a feedback mechanism.
You read
for an actor.
comments?
Yeah, sometimes you want to understand how people react to something that you've done.
Yeah.
Not everything that you have to take it as is. Because beyond a point, all these numbers, 1 million, 5 million, 8 million, you don't know how many are real person.
True.
And how many are bots.
Yeah,
you don't know that,
that is
right?
true.
So just be mindful and understand that what are the constructive feedback that you're getting.
That is true.
Where you can work. So yeah, it's just that common sense is how I take it. Yeah.
Okay. Pratik, you have spoken about this time in your life. You have said that, I left my corporate job, which was paying me really well, and I decided to act. Because of that, of course, your financial situation took a kind of a hit. Your, members in your family were going through, physical ailments at that time. From then till now, Pratik, you've finally bought a house in Bombay. Yes? Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Does your own journey overwhelm you sometimes?
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times. And I owe it to a lot of people, a lot of well-wishers, and a lot of people who, emotionally supported me.
Yeah.
At every time. Right? From 2004 when I landed here in Mumbai. So there are in fact, this particular journey is overwhelming also and very, very satisfying, extremely satisfying. That if you keep at it, if you keep at something, if you just follow your passion, just be true to what you want to do, I guess things will happen.
Yeah. Do you now sometimes look back and think, how did I do it? Because I remember in an interview you saying that, your wife was dealing with a brain tumor situation, your father was not keeping well, work wasn't coming in the way that you wanted it to come. Do you think you could have, how do you think you dealt with that situation?
I don't know. I think I was in the journey of doing it. So didn't pay too much of attention to think how am I doing it. But now as I just look back and think, I still have no answers to this. I just wanted to do it, so I did it.
Yeah.
And now what I understand, in fact, if I have to put it in words, is that I think I was always a person who wants to be a part of the solution than the problem. Yeah. So the moment anything happens, any difficulties occur, or any situation that comes to your way, your brain is designed to just think about the solution. And the moment you shift that, I guess you are away from negativity.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking about the problem anymore.
Sure.
And you're constantly searching for the solution. That also keeps you going, that keeps you positive, that gives you energy, and that also, helps you not be tired, not be, self-sympathetic only, and just be at it. Yeah. So I guess if I understand it this way correctly, this is what has happened with me.
Yeah, to be solution oriented rather
than problem oriented.
Yeah.
Because I had nobody to be blamed for.
Yeah.
This situation has happened. It has happened, and everything that I've done were all my choices. So, whom to blame for this? And I can always, we are in a world where you can always blame the world. इन्होंने मुझे मौका नहीं दिया, अगर ये होता तो ये हो जाता, ये होता तो वो हो जाता, but that won't solve any problem.
Yeah.
In fact, it will keep you in that वो एक ऐसा state है ना जिसका कोई जवाब नहीं है. In fact, you will keep blaming the whole world.
And it makes you bitter.
It makes you bitter. Yeah. And I personally feel, and I strongly feel that, bitterness in artist is the biggest enemy. Because your bitterness can easily be seen by the audience in any form.
The financial situation is, of course, better now. We don't ask these questions to male actors. Usually it's to women. Are you happy with the kind of money you are getting today for projects? Do you remember the last time you had to fight for it?
Yeah, that fight is never ending. That fight is never ending. But frankly speaking, ever since I have left my corporate job, 2016 September, whatever my package was, now whatever I get is far more than that. So that way I have no complaints at all. In fact, I keep saying to myself also and to my friends and families in world also that I'm getting paid for something that I love. One has to be extremely lucky to get into a position like this. You are being paid for something that you any which ways love to do.
Yeah, only the few lucky
ones. Because I come from the time where I used to do theatre for free. हम जाके बोलते थे कि सर इतना कर लेने दीजिए, पैसा मत देना. If somebody is launching a poetry book, we would go and read those poetries. कवर में जो 100 रुपए, 150 रुपए, 200 रुपए जो आया हुआ है. We would never. I don't remember that I have ever looked at the money cover given to us when we were doing these kind of theatre and all.
Wow.
So in fact, job छोड़ने के बाद till date, I feel that I am just not doing anything. तब ऐसा लगता था कि आप coming out of your job and then running for the show, तब लगता था कि कुछ काम कर रहे हैं. अभी तो मुझे लग रहा है कि if I'm shooting, just enjoying myself, I don't feel that I'm working. So if I think it this way, which I generally think, and I'm always grateful that I get to work in the field that I love. So I guess money is something that you always want more.
बिल्कुल, of course.
आज 100 रुपए मिला है तो कल 150 मिलना ही चाहिए.
Of course, वो तो human.
हाँ, वो human nature है, वो होता ही रहेगा.
बिल्कुल.
But I am absolutely happy with whatever I'm getting.
That's lovely. No, more power to you. Hope you stay happy always and keep giving us memorable films.
Hi, this is Pratik Gandhi and you're watching me on News 18.